This video has been funded in part by the Guild via Patreon. Check out the links in the description or at the end of this video for more details. Hello everybody, my name is Gildart, and welcome back to another Pros vs. Cons mini review. I got Demon Slayer the Hinokami Chronicles for PS5 as a Christmas gift, but I have yet to play past the first chapter. I've been wanting to start doing mini reviews of games that aren't new releases, but ones that I've been meaning to play. There are a bunch of those games just sitting in my collection, and with Demon Slayer quickly becoming a favorite anime of mine, I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at Demon Slayer the Hinokami Chronicles. The manga was originally published on February 15th, 2016, with the anime airing April 6th, 2019. This game, however, was released on October 15th, 2021. Yes, it took me a while to finally get around to not only picking up this game, but also playing it. I don't really have the highest of expectations considering the track record anime games tend to have. They aren't bad, but they usually don't stand above the rest. This is developed by CyberConnect 2, who are probably most well known for their Naruto games, but I personally know them best for the Dot Hack series. I've never played the Naruto games, and actually I've only watched the first couple of episodes of the 4Kids dub, so maybe that will be another PvC mini review for me to do. Now I'm expecting fairly basic combat controls, nothing too extraordinary, but I'm also expecting to have a fairly decent time while playing through the main story. But maybe I'm getting a bit too far ahead of myself. Before we go too far, give this video a like, comment with your thoughts below, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, let's check out Demon Slayer the Hinokami Chronicles. Ready, set, Pros. Starting things off, I need to mention how good this game looks. Like seriously, they did such a good job with this game. Demon Slayer is a gorgeous looking anime, so it goes without saying that the game should match that beauty. CyberConnect 2 really went out of their way to make the game look as good as it does. As you play through the story mode, you will see scenes from the anime recreated with the in-game engine, and some of these moments feel like they could easily blend in with the anime. I'm playing on PS5, and everything looks so good in the 60 frames per second mode. I will say that the anime does look better in some parts only because when a character is in the background, you can tell they are just standing with their default animation. But everything else this game shows you is absolutely beautiful. Pulling off special moves shows just how good this game can look, especially if you're using a character whose abilities utilize flame particle effects. It just shines so well with the lighting engine in this game. These graphics only work to help the story. If you're a fan of Demon Slayer, you're going to love playing through this game. The story is faithfully recreated in this game. Every important story beat is met with the same gravity of the anime. I mean, we even get the meme look from Tanjiro in the in-game engine. They even managed to match the comedic moments of the anime by having character models jump from one place doing one animation to another place doing another animation. If you don't know the story of Demon Slayer, Tanjiro Komodo is our main character. He lives in the mountains with his family and goes down to the mountain base to sell charcoal and gather supplies. One day while he's gone, a demon attacks his home, killing everyone. He finds his sister Nezuko is still alive. However, she has been turned into a demon. He sets out to join the Demon Slayers, a group of warriors who protect humankind from demons. In doing this, he hopes to find a cure for Nezuko to turn her back into a human. She does act differently from most demons though. In one fight against a Demon Slayer, she protects Tanjiro. This leads the Demon Slayer to let her live and encourages Tanjiro to find a cure and work to protect humanity. I have honestly been tempted to read the manga for this because it's apparently finished. Like, this series is ended. But the story is one thing. How does the game play? Like I said earlier, most anime games don't really have complex gameplay mechanics and are mostly a way for fans of the anime to enjoy an interactive version of the show. Demon Slayer the Hinokami Chronicles is a simple but enjoyable fighter. You have a light attack, a heavy attack which is achieved by pressing the light attack at the same time as a directional analog stick, skills that change whether you're pressing a direction, guard, or nothing. You can also jump and dodge, which I've found this game to put more focus on than guarding. Most of the time, you're fighting with a partner, where you can tell them to come out and attack the enemy or protect you from being hit. You can also swap between fighters, but they do share a health bar. The only positive to swapping is if your character gets poisoned, it will negate those effects when you switch. You have two bars besides your health. One that slowly builds up and is used for your skills, and another at the bottom left that can be built into 3 full bars. This one is used to power yourself up or use special moves. You can power yourself up a total of 2 times, which means if you're able able to build a full 3 bars, you can unleash a massive attack. Though be careful, your enemies can dodge these special moves. Enemies can also power up. When they do this, you should go on the defensive. Your attacks will not stagger them, meaning they may be able to get a hit in. Between fights, you also have small exploration areas where you run around and build the lore of the world. These also include a couple of fights with lower ranked demons. But what I liked most about these were the character interactions and just exploring to find more Hinokami points, which can be used to unlock characters, costumes, stages, voice lines, music, and stills from the anime. These little collectibles are what I live for in games. I grew up with collectathons like Spyro, so this is absolutely up my alley. In fact, I would say that the exploration areas kind of remind me a bit of Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3's story, where you had to fly around and find items in battles. It's not as open as that, but it still gives me that same sort of vibe. The last thing I'll mention here is that we actually have the English voices. I know some people out there are going to listen to the Japanese dub, considering that's the original iteration, but I like to hear the voices in my native language, considering I only understand one. This also means I can turn off the subtitles and be fully immersed in the story. The cast from the anime reprise their roles, making this even better. I might have expected that if Namco Bandai were the publisher, but this time around, it was Sega. You don't often see them publishing licensed anime games, but I appreciate the fact that they brought the English voice cast to this game. And that's all the pros I have so far. Now it's time for the wrath of the cons! Why is it that no matter what game I look at, there is always something that I mention in both the pros and cons section? I praise the exploration areas that help the player still feel like they're playing a game between each fight. It's not like we have a loop of fight, cutscene, etc. These areas help to keep moments fresh by mixing things up. The only thing is that these parts could have been done so much better. First of all, the only thing you can do in these areas as a player is run around and show any trails of scent. There is a bit of platforming, but you don't have the option to jump. Instead, you'll see a breeze of air that shows you where you can jump. By running to those parts, you'll automatically jump. It would have been so much better to just give the player the full set of controls they would normally have in combat and have them do the platforming themselves. I can understand forcing the player to automatically jump across pits, but when you're just jumping onto a box to get over a wall, I think that's just a bit ridiculous. While making your way through these exploration areas, you'll find yourself in scripted fights with random lower ranked demons. These are cool, but I think it would have been even cooler to have a random encounter like old school JRPGs. You could still have these scripted ones, but as you're exploring these areas, trying to find the collectibles, you could randomly run into lower ranked demons who are easy enough to take out, but will still keep the player in a good loop of exploration and combat. If we're giving the player the full set of combat controls, you could even have these lower ranked demons randomly pop out without having to go to a new arena. They could be taken out in a combo or two, but would have made the exploration areas a bit more fun. Or have obstacles like trees and walls that need to be cut down to open up paths. On top of that, it would have been nice for them not to show you where the collectibles are on the map. I know I use this myself because I don't like to miss out on collectibles, but I also would have liked to be able to have a reason to replay these stages. Replayability really seems to be an issue for this game. I haven't finished the main story, but I believe I'm more than halfway. You can look at your rewards and use Hinokami points to unlock anything at any time if you have enough. So you can easily see that there are about 8 chapters in this game, which covers the first season and the Mugen Train, I believe. Replayability here really comes down to trying to get the S rank in every fight. Though I could see myself going for that, it would have been nice to see them add a bit more filler into this game. This is one of those moments where I think filler can benefit a story like this. It could be as simple as the Crow telling Tanjiro and gang to go fight off some demons around a village. There doesn't have to be a big boss here, but can be a good way for the players to revisit exploration areas with new collectibles. Maybe the areas are mirrored, or you start where the story would have ended and you have to work your way backwards. Either way, I feel like there's more this game could have done for the player to really give them more than this. In the end, I had a lot of fun with the Hinokami Chronicles. I know this is going to be a short experience overall, but I can still appreciate everything this game gives. I even got the DLC package with the additional characters, so I'm looking forward to playing more of this game. And that's why, with everything that's been said, I give Demon Slayer the Hinokami Chronicles a thumbs up. Though there are parts of this game that feel like they could have been improved to give the best Demon Slayer experience, I do honestly think this game is worth getting if you're a fan of the anime. The simple but satisfying combat is so much fun. To pair that with such a well-executed adaptation of the anime story is near perfection. Although I do like the exploration areas between battles, I do think this is where the game really doesn't live up to its potential. There are things that could have been done to really help this game stand out and be an incredible experience. Instead, we're given a relatively by-the-books gameplay loop with decent combat and an extraordinary art style and story delivery. If you see this on sale and you're a fan of the anime, I would say it's a perfect game to buy. The game and DLC do randomly go on sale, so it shouldn't be that difficult to find a good price. Here's hoping this isn't the only Demon Slayer game we see. It would be nice to have a full action-adventure game with these sort of controls. Maybe in the future, but in the meantime, I'll keep playing this game and working towards unlocking everything. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching my mini review of Demon Slayer: The Hinokami Chronicles. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and subscribe for more. Also, let me know who your favorite character is in the comments. If you'd like to help support the channel and what I do here, you can join the guild just like these awesome people that you're seeing on screen right now. You can join their names at the end of every single video for just $1 a month over on Patreon, or you can donate in a one-time fashion and join the volunteer unit over on Ko-fi. There are other rewards and other tiers as well, so check out the links that you see on screen, and I will see you all down in the comments.